Well, I waited a hot minute. It's 12:26, but let's do this recap. What is up, Finn fans? Yeah, we got some things to talk about. Let's just jump into stats. Overall, I look at the stats. I don't think the defense is to blame for this loss. And yes, they scored 31 points. A touchdown came from them getting the ball on the 10-yard line. And then it came to a point where, for 2.5 quarters, we hold them out of the end zone, even giving them short field advantage. And it gets to a point where they're just going to get tired. So it is what it is. Mason Rudolph comes in for Will Levis, who also throws an interception. He throws 85 yards. Tony Pollard, 88 yards rushing off of 22 carries. But again, that came towards the end of the game when our team was just tired on defense. Leading receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 31. Again, they didn't do much, and they only had 2 sacks on the day. You look on the other side, Tyler Huntley, 14 for 22, 96 yards. Huntley was the leading rusher, 8 carries, 40 yards. There's nothing there. We had 1 sack, 8 tackles for loss. Jordan Brooks was our leading tackler, 3 quarterback hits. But where you really see is the team stats. And, the defense was on the field. It's the comparison, 34, almost 35 minutes for the Tennessee Titans offense and 25 minutes, a whole 10 minutes more they had possession than the Dolphins did. 8 penalties for 69 yards. For the Titans, 10 for 98. We were 1 for 3 on 4th downs, 2 for 12 on 3rd downs. It's just bad, man. Total yards, 184 total yards. They had 244. We both had turnovers. It's just bad. Sorry I keep clearing my throat. It's just bad. And it's and I got a video planned for tomorrow where I'm going to talk more in depth about this stuff. But it's just infuriating me. Absolutely infuriating me. And I blame Chris Grier and I blame Mike McDaniel. Tyler Huntley goes out there. I was like, hey, I think he gives us the best option. I like his speed. He has those intangibles. It'll really help. And then I see his throwing motion, and I'm like, I was wrong. I was dead wrong. That throwing motion is just erratic. It's just not good. And you saw it because there was 3 potential easy touchdowns for the Miami Dolphins with Tyreek Hill very easily. If the quarterback had a competent arm, easy touchdowns, 3 of them to Tyreek Hill. Easy. Not there. So then halftime comes, and any competent head coach / offensive coordinator would see how Tyler Huntley is missing on passes and how long it takes him to release the ball and how he just still doesn't have a grasp on this offense. And at halftime, you make the adjustment. You put in Tim Boyle. Yes, Tim Boyle isn't the best quarterback we have on our roster, but he knows enough of the offense and he can make throws, especially in certain situations that possibly would give us these touchdowns. And he doesn't make the change. And there's some play calls that it just doesn't make any sense at all. When it came to I think it was the 4th down play where 4th and 1, McDaniel runs out of the shotgun. It's 4th and 1. You're having a hard time with their defensive front blowing your offensive line off the ball. It's 4th and 1, and you're going to start in the shotgun, which then essentially, when you get the ball in your hand, is going to be 4 yards back. These are the things that are Mike McDaniel's fault. The challenges of very obvious bad challenges. He caught the ball. He got both his feet in. It's a catch. Why are you challenging it? It's just It's just so bad, some of these challenges. No, it wasn't even that. He challenged the first down when you can blatantly see that the ball never crossed the down marker. So loss of challenges, not making the quarterback change, bad play call, penalties. At one point, we're marching down the field with a potential, we get the touchdown, and then if we get the 2-point conversion, we're only down by 8. But again, it's taking forever. And it's illegal shift penalty, illegal shift penalty, illegal shift penalty. And that isn't on Mike McDaniel. The penalties are. Some of the other penalties are definitely on. That illegal shift penalty, that's on Tyler Huntley, because Huntley is supposed to not initiate the motion until everyone is set. Because you can't have one guy moving and you can't have two guys moving at the same time, essentially. So that's on Huntley. But again, it's a situation where he's not ready. I know you tried to do something to give this team a spark. Huntley's not ready. He doesn't have a grasp on the offense, and he's struggling out there. You put Tim Boyle in, and he doesn't. And it's like, the more I watch McDaniel, the more I'm like, this man is like the offensive coordinator version of Vic Fangio. He is so stubborn in his ways. Oh, I'm going to keep throwing these screens. Maybe they'll eventually work. Or, oh, they're doing this, so I'm going to try this, and it's not working, but hey, maybe if I do it now. And it's like, it's not working. Make a change. For the love of God, make a change. And he came out in his presser. There will be things that will change. It's hard to say what those things are, but we definitely need it. On Tyler Huntley's performance, I didn't think his teammates around him at times did what we needed them to do. Tyreek Hill was pissed, and you saw it. At some points, he was pacing back and forth behind McDaniel. He was pissed because he had 3 easy touchdowns. He was open, and either was badly thrown or just not thrown to. And then there's another thing that I wrote down. It's like, why on third down? Like, Jalen Waddle ran like I'm going to say like a 10 to 8 yard out route. And then he's off the field, sitting on the sideline. Why? Why are your best players in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle off the field on third downs? And it's not just this game. It was multiple games that we're now sitting at 1 and 3. Why are they not on the field more? Well, I understand for Tyreek, especially if he runs 60 yards down the field and we don't get on the ball, that makes sense. But there's instances where they're not doing those things and they're off the field on third downs. Absolutely killed me. Absolutely killed me. And then you had the punt, right? We force a punt. Then Duke Riley touches the ball, which I'm like, what's going on? But thank God they touched the ball first. It's like one thing after another after another. And then you have a bad snap on a series. And then he throws a pass to Tyreek Hill, and instead of just putting his foot down trying to get the first, he runs backwards. So then it's like 3rd and 2 or 3rd and whatever. And then there's a bad snap, but the play clock is rolling down, but they don't call a timeout. And it's like unprepared. And you are facing a team that is winless in 0-3. You're facing a Tennessee Titan team who is not good. And you got your butt whooped on offense. Defense, again, I have nothing to say about the defense. It gets to the point where you're going to be out there for so long that you're going to get tired. And, I get it, man. I get it. How many times can this defense give this offense opportunities to either win the game or take the game? And the same thing with the Titans. The Titans did the same thing that the Seahawks did to us. Plethora of opportunities to win the game, to take the lead. Here. We're going to commit false start after false start after false start after false start. Here, we are giving you opportunities. Here, we're just going to be kicking field goals. Try to beat us. Here's the game. Beat us. And we can't do it. It was the offense. And who's the offensive guru? Who's the offensive genius? Mike McDaniel. What is going on with you? What else does he say? What else? We have to access everything. I would hesitate to overcook before I watch the film. I want to marinate in the situation. There will be things to change. I hope he give up play calling. It's hard to say what those things are. You need to give up play calling. You need to give up play calling. Plain and simple. This is what he said about procedural errors.
In the whole thing, it's a collective
Can't even hear it.
issue for sure, and we have to figure out how to score points, and those guys can help us do that for sure.
How do you guys address the formation, legal shifts, procedural stuff that's been plaguing you for the past couple of weeks?
Between the eyes, all the situations, off the top of my head, it's one of the first things that I know that we can control. That guys.
Essentially, he says play smarter. Like, I'm not going to listen to him mumble through it. Mike McDaniel, a lack of offensive production. That's not up to my standard at all. I know for a fact that I play a part in the whole thing, but it's a collective issue for sure. We have to figure out how to score points. You led the league in scoring points last year. I asked Mike McDaniel why, regardless of the change in quarterback, an offense with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane can't get moving. He took some ownership. That's not up to my standard at all. I know for a fact that I play a part in that whole thing. Like, David Fiorenes hit the nail on the head. You have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, Jalen Wright, Jonnu Smith. Like, you have weapons on that offense. And you're really telling me the only person that can be productive in that offense is Tua Tagovailoa? And even when he was with the offense for the Jaguars game and half of the Bills game, the offense wasn't productive. It's a flippin' problem. And it's not your defense. Because if your offense was doing anything, because again, we got a punt. We got Agba interception. Then we got a 3-and-out. Then we forced a tackle for loss, which then made it 4th down. They ended up kicking a field goal. Then we decided on 4th and 1 to do an end around, which gave them the ball back. We forced a field goal. In those instances, if our offense would have at least scored 3 points, we would be winning 9-6. But there were so many wasted opportunities. Then defense, 3-and-out. Defense, forced a punt. Defense, like one after another. Our offense had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And if your offense can at least score points, get those 21 points, you're at a 21-6 game. Their offense has to do something different, drastic. And our defense can feast off that, especially when they're not on the field for more than of the game. This defense would thrive with an offense like we had last year. But all this defense is doing is, here you go, offense. Try to score some points. Sorry, we didn't score any points. Okay, cool. Here's another opportunity. Go score some points. Well, we didn't score points, but we did, try to convert on 4th down for you guys. But now you got a short field. All right. Well, we held them to 3 points. It's 3-0. Here you go. You just got to score some points. Oh, well, we can't score any points. Sorry about that. All right, that's fine. Here's another 3 now. Score some points. Oh, well, we tried going for a 4th down again. And sorry, short field. All right, fine. We held them to a field goal. It's 6-0. You just need a touchdown, and you're up by 1. Here, score some points. Well, you can't do nothing about that. How? It just ugh. Like, are you really going to look me dead in my eyes and tell me the reason that this offense is struggle bus city right now is because Tua Tagovailoa is not the quarterback, when we have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, all of the weapons I said? Because I've been told time and time again that the reason the offense was as productive and the reason that Tua led the league in passing last year was because of the system and because of the weapons. Well, the system and the weapons are still there, but 3 different quarterbacks besides Tua cannot do anything in this offense and get us in the end zone. It was 9 quarters of us not scoring a touchdown until we finally scored a touchdown. We have not had a lead in a game in like 8 games. This is a problem. And something needs to change. And that's what I will be talking about tomorrow. Because right now it is currently 12:41 and I want to jump out a window. Thank goodness My studio is in the basement. I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you people, you human beings, you ladies and gentlemen, for sticking with this channel. We've been through worse with the 2019 season. Will they turn it around? They have lost me. I have no faith. But hey, it's better to be surprised than let down. I'll see you tomorrow. Or later today, depending on how you assess time. Like usual, stay classy. Headphones up.